Ugh. Tonight we are taking a tour of the new Carnival Horizon expected to debut in 2018. We have our picture of the week. Cruise News will be hitting some interesting new updates for future ship dining, as well as more excursions coming to St. Martin. My science segment will be making sure our future ships stay afloat, and of course we have Lucas giving us a private tour on his Life Below Deck segment. This and more coming up because you're watching Cruise Week TV Live. Our show this week is brought to you by the folks at Good Memories Travel and by Vmix. Hello, everyone. I am Matt, and on this weekly show, we bring you the fun information and the ability to ask cruise experts questions directly so you get the honest answers. Now, I am definitely not an expert, having been on only 2 cruises myself, but we do reach out and bring on true cruise experts each week for you. In this week's show, we are going to take a look at the Carnival Horizon. Shelley is out this week as she is preparing for the CCPPF group cruise and is currently playing Tetris with 20 pairs of shoes and 10 bottles of wine and only one small carry-on bag. She sent us a small video for tonight's show and will be sending us some videos from the Vista next week. So let's kick off this week's show with our photo of the week. We have chosen the Facebook group Carnival Cruisers this week. They have about 6,000 members, and we picked this photo sent in by Debbie Boyson, featuring her and her friends with plenty of alcohol around. It looks like Senior Frogs, I think. They are definitely looking like they're having a great time. Thanks for sending that info to us. We feature a Facebook group each week and pick the best picture in there to appear on the show. Next week, could be you. Why do we now use a travel agent over just booking direct with a cruise line? Well, personal service for one, and cash credit back is another. You can actually cruise for cheaper, so whatever cruise you are planning to be on, give Good Memories Travel a call. You get the same great rates as booking yourself, plus you may get an onboard credit or a customer reward. They actually give you money to go cruise with. They enjoy planning and helping you with weddings and honeymoons. Good Memories Travel specializes in handling every aspect of your group cruise, family getaway, or that family reunion you've been wanting to plan. Imagine letting someone else do all the work while you get to relax. In fact, Debbie is handling our group cruise on the Horizon in 2019. But they don't just handle cruises for Carnival, they book cruises for all lines, like Carnival, Royal, MSC, Norwegian, and more all over the world. They're your one-stop place for everything when planning your cruise. Call Debbie for a free, no obligation quote on your next cruise. What have you got to lose? Debbie can be reached at 321-338-2953 and of course through their website at goodmemoriestravel.com. And let them know you heard about them on CruiseWeek.tv. Guy Fieri, a member of the American Royal National Barbecue Hall of Fame, whose namesake burger joints are featured on 19 Carnival cruise lines, will introduce a brand new full-service barbecue venue aboard the Carnival Horizon when it debuts in spring of 2018. An expansion of Fieri's casual barbecue eateries on several Carnival ships, Guy's Pig and Anchor Barbecue Smokehouse Brewhouse combines the best of both worlds. Authentic down-home smoked onboard barbecue and traditional sides created by the renowned chef, along with a selection of distinctive craft beers brewed on board at a brewery located within the restaurant itself. The announcement was made by Fieri at the State Fair of Texas in Dallas during the Carnival's Barbecue Challenge. Diners are encouraged to have lots of napkins ready as they enjoy Guy's Smokehouse favorites such as brisket custom smoked for 12 hours, Memphis-style baby back ribs, dry rubbed and grill finished chicken, pulled pork, and cedar smoked salmon with an apricot glaze, all cooked low and slow, using Fieri's signature rubs and spices. All smokehouse items are served with coleslaw, sweet pickles, and golden honey cornbread or Texas toast. I know I am really excited as this barbecue place is on the match. When I went, but they were only open for a short time and the lines were extremely long. You can even go back on our CruiseWeek.tv page and check that out too. Imagine if you have a cabin right above the barbecue place too. Those smells are going to be to die for. It would wake me up in the middle of the night. The port of St. Martin is ready to reopen on November 5th with a brand new adventure park. Rainforest Adventures has announced a November 2017 opening for the new St. Martin Rockland Estate Eco Park. The park will launch with two signature attractions, the Flying Dutchman, which is going to be the world's steepest zip line, and the Sue Aliga Sky Explorer chairlift, as well as the Amelia Wilson Museum and Emilio's Restaurant. Additional attractions, including the Century Hill Zip Line and the Schooner Ride, will open in early of 2018. According to the Port of St. Martin's management, the Eco Park will be a major new attraction, and they are proud of the progress the team has made to open the park. They stressed how important it is to have stakeholders like Rainforest Adventures and others be present with them at the FCCA conference to promote the destination and strongly emphasize the message that St. Martin is back and open. We are very proud and thankful to our engineering and construction teams. Their hard work and expertise certainly reduced the damage incurred as a consequence of the hurricane, says Shadar Elderman, general manager of Rockland Estate. The people of St. Martin have come together in strength to restore and rebuild, also reestablish the tourism product and kickstart the recovery of the friendly island. The Sue Aliga Sky Explorer, a 4-passenger chairlift, transport guests to the upper deck. These decks encircle the mountaintop, one of St. Martin's highest points at 1,115 feet, where they will be immersed in a spectacular 360 view of St. Martin and its neighboring islands. The Flying Dutchman, the world's steepest zip line, where guests will experience a thrill of a lifetime as they launch down Century Hill on a flight line at 56 miles per hour, dropping 1,050 feet in an elevation over 2,600 feet. Princess Julian International Airport has opened to commercial flights, and Port St. Martin is ready to welcome its first commercial cruise vessel on November 5th. Restaurant and attraction businesses are reopening daily and are ready to receive guests. We spent the day with Sea Grape Tours on the island just before the hurricane hit, and we have a lot of video ready to post once the port reopens. So keep an eye out for that on CruiseWeekTV. This show and all the wonderful abilities we have to bring in guests remotely would not be possible at the level we do without Vmix. Vmix is a live production software that powers our video and show and many other high-end productions, from church services to football games. More and more productions run on Vmix. What our producer Bird really liked when he was trying to improve our show was that they give you a full 60-day trial of everything. That way you can test it out risk-free before you buy for 2 full months. Then they have systems starting from just $350. If you're going to do any sort of serious live streaming, you need a Vmix. Try it at vmix.com today. So, Shelley was unable to join us tonight, but she still wanted to make an appearance before she sets sail for her next cruise, and yes, alcohol is involved in this video.
CruiseWeekTV Live. We're here in front of the beautiful Carnival Freedom and the CleanGalveston.org pub crawl with the Dead Liver Society. We're going on a pub crawl today, so I can't be with you on the show. This is, where's Andy at? There she is. This is her group. She's been doing this for years, keeping Galveston clean. So we'll see y'all in a couple, oh no, I won't even see you in a couple weeks, because in a couple weeks is the CCPPF 4th annual group cruise, and we will be sending a video from there as well.
Hi, y'all.
There's Dwayne. Woo! We'll see y'all soon. Bye. Woo! Bye.
Like they're having fun and a really nice time so far. Anyway, we look forward to Shelley sending us some videos of the Carnival Vista in the coming weeks, assuming she isn't asking for an upgrade to the Brick Suite. So, let's start my interesting science segment. In order for ships to journey across the open sea, they must withstand the tremendous burden or weight of the ship, along with the crew, luggage, all of Shelley's pairs of shoes, supplies, and passengers. They do that with a little help from the principles of density and buoyancy. Cruise ships can weigh upwards of 71,500 tons. That's quite a lot of weight. They displace the equivalent amount of water when they press down on the ocean, which meanwhile pushes up and keeps the ship afloat or buoyant. That's why when engineers talk about how heavy a ship is, you'll hear them talk about displacement instead of weight. To keep from sinking, the cruise ship has to displace its weight in water before it's submerged. That's a lot easier to do if a cruise ship is constructed in a way so that it's less dense than the water below it. Think of it as the difference between dropping a bowling ball in the water and trying to submerge a beach ball. The bowling ball can't displace enough water before it's submerged, so it sinks. The beach ball does the opposite and it floats. Engineers help ships to achieve the buoyancy by choosing lightweight, sturdy materials and dispersing the weight of the ship across the hull. The hull, or the body of the ship below the main deck, is typically very wide and has a deep baseline, or bottom. Large ships, such as freighters, naval vessels, and transport and cruise ships, commonly utilize displacement hulls, or hulls that push water out of the way to stay afloat. A round-bottom displacement hull looks like a large rectangle with rounded edges to dissipate drag or the force exerted against the moving object. The rounded edges minimize the force of the water against the hull, allowing large, heavy ships to move smoothly along. If you somehow hoisted a cruise ship out of the water and looked at it standing a few hundred feet away, the hull would look like a huge capital U, depending on the size of the keel. The keel runs from the bow to the stern and acts as the backbone of the ship. Like just about everything in our lives, round-bottom displacement hulls have advantages and disadvantages. Unlike a boat with a V-hull, which rises out of the water and skirts the waves, round-bottom hulls move through the water, making them extremely stable and seaworthy. Passengers on these ships rarely feel any rocking or side-to-side movement. Ships with round-bottom hulls move fluidly, but resistance of the water makes them extremely slow. They can only go so fast before the addition of more engine power reaches a point of diminishing returns. Nevertheless, the need for stability and a smooth ride outweigh overall speed, making the round-bottom displacement hull a good fit for cruise ships. The hull serves not only as a stability, but also as protection. Reefs, sandbars, and icebergs can tear apart fiberglass, composite materials, and even steel to prevent catastrophic damage. Shipbuilders typically construct cruise ships using extra-strength steel and insert double hulls as a precaution. A double hull design is a hull within a hull, like a tire with an inner tube. Unfortunately, accidents do happen. In order to prevent cruise ships from sinking, should something penetrate the first two lines of defense, vertical watertight dividers known as bulkheads are installed throughout the interior of the hulls. These dividers keep damaged ships afloat by containing incoming water into a compartment or compartments, thereby preventing the whole ship from flooding. So Carnival is getting close to launching their new ship, the Carnival Horizon, and it started sea trials this week. That's where they drop it in the ocean and make sure it doesn't sink. Carnival also released their virtual walkthrough, showing off the newest and latest things that we'll be able to experience. Let's take a quick look.
Carnival's newest ship, the Carnival Horizon. It's an incredible place in the middle of the sea that brings out the fun you that you keep hidden for professional reasons. So, buckle up. It's on. Kiss the sky as you race your friends/future besties on Skyride. Take it away, Skyride Captain.
On your left, you'll see Sports Square. Good to get the blood flowing, 10-4. And, of course, the ropes course. Now I've shown you the ropes. Copy. Finally, there's Dr. Seuss Waterworks. You're now free to move about the cat hat.
Now we're at Dr. Seuss Waterworks. Fun for children and your inner child. Here's my inner child.
You can do so many things, like the cat in a hat slide. It's so tall, and it's got these turns, and then there's another slide, the fun thing slide. It's awesome.
One of the funnest spaces exclusive to Carnival is Dr. Seuss Bookville. It's like a real live Dr. Seuss story, as it's filled with characters set loose straight from the tales of Dr. Seuss. But if your kids want their own space, take them to this Camp Ocean place, where they're guided by counselors well-trained, and you can relax knowing they'll be entertained. Then there's Guy's Pig and Anchor Smokehouse Brewhouse. Carnival partnered with Guy Fieri to make you feel good.
If you want something good to try, get the best barbecue by a guy named Guy. Order some championship pork butt or blue ribbon chicken that'll make you strut. One more thing about this place is key. There's a brewery right in the middle of the sea.
The Caribbean is great, but what if you could take your taste buds on a tour around the world? Like the Far East flavors of bonsai sushi and teppanyaki, a first for Carnival. Then try the soul-satisfying fusion of spices and ingredients at Gigi Asian Kitchen. Or for some family-style Italian, there's Cucina del Capitano. Order the Brizzato El Barolo for your family and say mangia! Now let's head to the Havana Stateroom, where you'll have endless ocean views and exclusive access to the Havana pool. But if you want to feel the rhythm of the tropics, dance on over to the Havana Bar! Salsa to the music while you sip on a mojito and say goodbye to bedtime! The beach pool area is the intersection of food, drinks, and a whole lot of fun. There's the pool, but then there's good eats like Guy's Burger Joint, where the fresh burgers are designed by Guy Fieri, but also Blue Iguana Cantina, freshly made burritos. I could go for some great drinks like Blue Iguana Tequila Bar. Tequila takes me back to, and Red Frog Rum Bar. Yeah, sounds great. Oh, and lots of fun like the Seaside Theater, movies under the stars. Wow. Next, the Tides Pool. It's great relaxing in a pool while also being on the open sea. You bet you snorkel it's great. Oh, hey, New England Lobster Man. That's Lobsterman. You know where I go for something fresh? Boston? Nah, the Seafood Shack for New England seafood. Or Pizzeria del Capitano for homemade pizza. It's wicked good. The student becomes the master. For a great place for nighttime drinks, dinner, and a show, check out this. If you're looking for great tunes, you don't have to go far. You can sing along at our piano bar. And when your tummy's rumbling for a spice-rubbed ribeye, head on into Fahrenheit 555. But after that, try on the Alchemy Bar for size, where all the drinks are customized. They have a concoction for every possible mood. Enjoy all the music, the drinks, and the food. What if you want to relax? We've got a few ideas up our short sleeves. Serenity's adult-only retreat. Serenity. Hammocks, hot tubs, sea breezes. Oh, nice thing. Keep the good vibes going at Cloud9 Spa, where you can get a massage or bask in a thermal suite. Sweet. Well, now I'm calm as a cucumber. How are cucumbers calm? They're super chill. Sounds legit. Here's a fun night out with the fam.
On a ship where
You want to watch something larger than life?
you embark on an adventure to find the biggest, most incredible
IMAX Theater. But then you search for
fun for the whole family.
at the Family Harbor Lounge, where if you're staying in the Family Harbor staterooms, there's video games and ice cream
You all scream for ice cream.
and candy at Cherry on Top.
Comedy, action, candy. Coming to a ship in the middle of the ocean near you.
Want to feel like you're on the best late-night talk show? Head to Limelight Lounge, where the pros tell the best jokes at the Punchliner Comedy Club. And when you're done laughing, make a beeline to Liquid Lounge for Playlist Productions, where you can watch the hits come to life with singers, dancers, and big LED screens. And Lip Sync Battle, where people compete to put on the best show of their favorite superstars. Well, it's been fun, folks. We invite you to climb aboard and fill up your mental scrapbook with the coolest memories on the Carnival Horizon. See you soon.
Absolutely astonishing. That ship is humongous as well. I cannot wait to go on it. And speaking of going on it, we'll actually be going on it very soon, in the beginning of 2019. So, who would like to go on a cruise with us on the cruise of 2019 on the Carnival Horizon, the ship we just showed you guys? This is being put on by our friends at Good Memories Travel, and we would love to get our community on there with us. It is February 23rd of 2019, and we hope to have our entire team on board having a blast with you all, as well as enjoying one of Carnival's biggest and newest ships. The entry for the drawing of $500 has also been extended, so you can be entered into winning that when you book. There's a webpage for the cruise, and that is at CruiseWeek.tv/groupcruise. Let us know what you would like to see on the group cruise, since we have never done one before. The entry has been extended till December 31st, so go ahead and book and join myself, Bird, Matt, and Shelley, and all of you on the ship. So guys, I want to take a moment and ask you all, what do you think about the show so far? What have been your favorite moments? We have done so many episodes. I can't believe how many episodes we've actually done, starting on just being Bird and myself on the couch versus getting our own little studio in his apartment, and this studio is pretty well done. Let me know in your comments and chat as well. What have been some of your favorite videos to watch, and what have been ones that you guys haven't been that interested in as well? We really appreciate in taking your comments and concerns really seriously, because you guys are our audience and you guys are our friends, and we know you guys pretty well. So guys, feel free to ask me any questions you want in comments below or on Periscope, Facebook, and any other little platform there. Gordon says, it all looks great except for the crappy new production shows Carnival has downgraded to. Sorry to hear that, Gordon, but the Horizon shows hopefully will be really, really nice and spot on. I've been super excited to see the Horizon, and especially since it just went out to sea now and is in testing, I'm sure they're going to be absolutely amazing. Are any of you guys interested in going on the Carnival Horizon in the future, or have you guys already booked the ticket for the Horizon? Let me know in the comments while I get to take a little sip here. I might need to refresh Facebook really quickly because my questions aren't popping up. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Slight technical issue. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, there we go. And unfortunately, none of the questions are there. So how many passengers are on the Carnival Horizon? I believe there are over, what was it? About 5,500 or so. I'm not 100% certain on that number. I will definitely post the actual comment below. Bird is doing a quick research for me in the background as it goes. Okay, now I'm actually getting the comments. Great. I don't know what happened on Facebook. It likes to lag behind a little bit sometimes. Let's see. I used to do Carnival a lot, but our last Carnival Destiny's final voyage, 19 nights to Venice. Gordon, that sounds absolutely amazing. Ken Jordan says, Matt, have you and your mother and father been on a cruise before? We have not been on a cruise ship together, and I would really like to take them on a ship with me in the future, especially one that I've known. I would love to take them on the Magic and show them the Alchemy Bar, of course. Get them a martini. Let me scroll back down in some of these comments. Yes, science, boom. I love science. So let me know, guys, in the comments, too, if you want to see any specific science segments in the future. It really helps me out. There are 3,936 guests that are able to book on the Carnival Horizon, and there are 1,154 crew. 1,454 crew. Sorry. That's quite a lot of people that are running that big city of a ship. I am super excited about that. Gordon says, since I've done Royal Caribbean's big ships, Oasis, Quantum, Harmony, and just got off Liberty of the Seas, leaving for 13 nights on Jewel of the Seas in 2 weeks. Gordon, it sounds like you've been on quite a lot of ships yourself. That's really, really cool. What has been your favorite ship to go on so far? That's less than Royal Caribbean's Oasis of the Seas. It is less. I'm not sure if the sizes are a bit different, though. I know Royal Caribbean usually has some pretty large ships, but I believe the Carnival Horizon is going to be one of the biggest fleets out there, as well as the Vista is a very large ship as well. Let's see, Daquan says, I missed some of the show, but will there be any different restaurants on the boat or different than the others? Yes, Daquan, there is going to be Guy Fieri's new barbecue joint, where it's going to be the Pig and Anchor Smokehouse and brewery combination together, and that's going to be debuting on the Carnival Horizon. And he talked about that at the Texas Barbecue Cook-Off Challenge. Hello, Debbie Smith. Okay, guys, if you have any other questions or concerns about the show, make sure you post in the comments below. But without further ado, let's take a look at Lucas's Life Below Deck video.
Awesome. One last question, Andre. Is there something about being a cruise director that you've learned that most people probably wouldn't know? Maybe it's a challenging thing. Maybe it's a very rewarding thing. Can you give us a little nugget of something about being a cruise director that we might not know?
I guess when everyone thinks of a cruise director, they think of the party person. They think of the person who's out there doing the game shows, dancing at the parties, doing the trivias and the Mr. Sexy Legs competitions, and that's all true. That all happens. But behind the scenes, I've got 14 managers under me, and I've got 200 staff under me, and I'm also the HR guy for my department as well. So there's a lot of paperwork. There's a lot of time spent answering emails, writing reports, doing all that paperwork and balancing finances and all of that good stuff. So it's an awful lot of back office stuff as well. So it's not all about playing games. As much as that's the fun bit, you've still got to do all of the paperwork. Paperwork never ends wherever you go.
I believe it. One last question, I just thought of it. If the viewers that might want to try to become a cruise director one day, where do you start, or how would you go to a company and say, like, what's the beginning step to become a cruise director?
I think if you're a young kid and you want to be a cruise director, get into things like, you know, regional theater, do some kind of, you know, like the after school clubs in theater, get used to talking in front of a crowd, because on here you could be entertaining in front of 400, 500, 600 people easily every day. But
you do a show too, right?
You do, yeah. You do shows. You're up there on the theaters, and the theater holds 1,000 people on here, so you're performing in front of 1,000 people all the time, regularly. So you've got to be comfortable with talking in front of people. So the more they can do like that, like kind of theater-based stuff where they're performing, is great. But as they're a bit older, come on as a cruise staff. Like, one of the activities are the social hosts, and then they get a chance to do the kind of working from the ground up. And then we have a great training program on here. So you do all the activities first, then you start going to assistant cruise director, where the paperwork starts to build in. We kind of ease you in gently, so by the time you get to cruise director, you're used to all of that stuff, and you can just run with it and have fun.
Awesome.
We actually have another video that Lucas sent us as well, and he gives you a look at how the entertainers are housed on a cruise ship as he takes us inside his very own cabin on the ship.
Hey guys, this is comedian Lucas Bone on the Royal Caribbean Enchantment of the Seas. People always ask, what does the guest entertainer's cabin look like? And here it is. Pretty basic. A bed. Nice little view. TV. There's me. Bathroom. Yep. Pretty solid. But yeah, Enchantment of the Seas, one of their older ships, but still pretty nice. Pretty nice little room. We don't share bathrooms. People always ask that.
I guess sharing bathrooms is kind of not so great luxury, especially when the entertainers get their own bathroom. That must make things pretty nice, especially that window view right outside. I would love to have a room with a window view, except I kind of bounce back and forth debating, is it really worth getting a room with a window? Because how often am I really going to be in the cabin? Let me know in the comments below if you guys really want to get a window room, or if you just prefer an interior for a cheaper price. What do you think is worth it? Let me know in the comments below. So next week, Joe is back with our guest, Jeffrey Pooler, live from the Carnival Dream. Next week, we get to look around the ship and see what the Dream has to hold. I also really want to thank Cruising Cat from our RC's Periscopers group for helping us out over there in our Periscope chat room. If you want to see a lot of live streams from people on ships, head on over to the RC's Periscopers group on Facebook for a list. And if you know someone who will enjoy watching the show as much as you, be nice and share the link to their Facebook wall so they can enjoy it too. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just doing that alone really helps and show our sponsors the support we need to help get the live show each and every week. Thank you guys for coming and joining us this show. Again, Joe is back next week. Keep an eye out on Wednesday for me and Bird, who will be hosting our midweek social right here at 8 p.m. See you guys all next time on CruiseWeekTV Live.